da 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 bum 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 da 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 bum 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 bum. Hello and welcome to News at 10 past 10 with me. Hello. It's time to look at the news yet again and see what's going on around the world and see what is occurring. Hello, Angela. Lot of news this week, but not a lot of different news. There's like the similar news coming on all the way along. Hey, Craig. I did miss you, Craig. I'm going to retake the sniper training course. I won't miss you next time. Stephen LFC, and way up. I'm getting confused. Calderdale Top Cat. You have a good rest of the week as well. Kodak Gallery. Kodak going bankrupt at the moment in Australia. I think I've mentioned it last week on the news. So yeah. So yeah, Kelly and and T as well, obviously. Hi T. So we are going to go delving into the news of the week. And like I said earlier, there's been quite a lot of news. Oh, it's great. Don't forget you can join in the chat. You can have a conversation with us by joining in the chat. Everyone's just saying hello to each other at the minute, so yeah, we'll let them do that. So you can join in the chat. You can like, share, subscribe. You can tell your friends that we're on, and you can listen to this as well as a podcast if you want to do that. Although I think you'd be a bit having me in your ears. No, no. Even I wouldn't do that. But I mean, if you want to do it, you can, and people do. A few people told me they listen to it as a podcast, usually the following day. So happy Friday if you're listening on the podcast. Right then, have we got settled now? Has everyone said hello to everyone and everyone's here? Everyone's happy? Yes, we're good to go. So, what has been occurring on the news this week? Oh, Silence. She's got a bit weird. She likes being outside at the minute, which is a bit weird, but yeah, she's outside again. She's been outside pretty much since yesterday evening. She's been in for about 2 hours, had something to eat, used the little tray, got out again. I know, it's madness, isn't it? It's cats for you. So we got the top story, which is basically the whole news for the whole week, to be fair. And then we'll look at the more interesting, funny news, things that make me snigger, laugh, or things that are just interesting or weird. That's at the end. And then we'll look at breaking news, and then we'll have a roundup, and we'll see who is our top fan. Don't forget, you can be a top fan by just tapping the heart thing. You want to do that, you can do. Don't feel you have to, because I don't actually understand what that does. But it makes you feel good, then feel free to do that. And obviously you can, like I say, like, share and join in the chat. If you agree with me, brilliant. If you don't agree with me, well, that's not a problem either. You know, we're all grown up, and we're not going to agree with everything that is going on in the world that I say, because that would be also very weird. Oops. So what? That's quite complicated. Can't do that. Didn't think about it. Oh, we've got some hearts going. Anyway, I don't know what the hearts mean. I don't know, but it makes you feel nice. That's lovely. So let's have a look at the week's news, shall we? We've had quite a lot of stuff going on, and it's not all been great. So I've just edited that actually, so it doesn't say anything too weird anymore. So there we go. We're now looking at this week's news. So let's crack on. So, oh, that's what I say when I'm doing my walks. No, I can't use that on here. Sorry, I retract that previous statement. Is the date wrong? Don't think so. 21st of the 8th. It is 21st of the 8th. Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, why is that wrong? I changed that. Hang on a minute. I definitely changed that. Oh, why has it not changed it? Oh, that's annoying. That's going to annoy me now. Oh, no. That's going to really, really wind me up. So I'm going to have to... Oh, God. You didn't see that, folks. Thank God we haven't started the serious news yet. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. No, it's not that one. Oh, it is that one. No, it's not. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Now, for some reason, I had saved it and done everything I needed to do, but for some reason it didn't like it. So let's do this. So how quick we can do this. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Then we go off that. We go on to this. We do refresh. Can I have a rewind? There's another refresh. Right, so it says, what the hell? Okay, we'll have to do it a different way then, we'll have to do it this way. Oh, God's sake. Technology is great, isn't it, when it works? Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Whatever I saved it as a kid doesn't really matter. It's not bits. Let's do it again. Hooray! No, there we are. Hooray! Yep, that'll do nicely, thank you. And go back to that. Click on that. Go on to that. Click on that. Go down to that. Click on that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Click on that. Do that. Go down there. Do that. Nope. Do that. Do that. Do that. Right. Now I got the right date. Yeah, no one noticed, it's fine. No one noticed anything, you didn't see anything. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Can I edit this? I need to edit the thing. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Yeah, so that even says the wrong date on it as well. So why has it done that? That doesn't make sense. 21st. Push. Right, now the thumbnail's right as well. Okay then, so. So Dream Frequency is on as well. Right then. Let's get on with this week's news. Finally. Oh, I need a drink. It's a lot more complicated than it looks. I'll be honest with you. A lot more complicated than it looks. Because basically, I have to save that as a video. So I have to edit the video, save it, and then I have to screenshot it, then I have to crop it, and then I have to put it onto the thing, and then I have to download it onto the PC, and then I have to take it from where it is and put it in the little hole here, or the other hole that we had in the other space, and fill it in. So anyway, it's all done fairly quickly. So yes, it's now 11 minutes in, and no, 10 minutes in, and yeah, shall we start with the news? So, August the 8th, which was a Friday, 2025, the war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu says he will make 1 million people move from Gaza City in another land grab. This is me saying all this, but it's all true. Well, he's saying about I'm saying the land grab. Lammy is concerned, and J.D. Vance says more aid needed. And Germany halts supplies of arms to Israel. I don't mean arms, I mean weapons to Israel. I mean, why are Germany still sending weapons to Israel when they can see what Israel is using the weapons for? That's my question. More of this as we go through the week. 15-year-old boy found guilty of murder of Harry Wilgoose in a school. You remember the school stabbing a few months ago? I mean, it's just tragedy all round. A 15-year-old boy basically who's been found guilty of the murders basically lost his life as well, and the family have lost their son. It's just horrendous what's going on with knife crime at the moment in the UK. The Aussie mushroom poisoner tried multiple times to poison her egg. Hang on a minute. Gone too far back here. See, I got that stressed. Friday the 15th of August. Can we just stop and start again? Dum da dum dum bum 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 ba da da dum bum 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 bum. News at 10 past 10. Technically 23 minutes past 10. Hello and welcome to the news. It's the news, and we do stuff about the news. Big shout out to everyone who's joined in the chat already. Loads of people are here already. Angela O'Kane, Stephen LFC, Craig Meadow, Calderdale Top Cat, Kelly and Rollo, T, and Drew Frequency, all in there. So here we go. Shall we try again? Please, can we try again? Yes, we can. So, kept getting heckled. Well, at least we know it's live. JK. Yes, right then. So Friday the 15th of August. Putin and Trump meet in Alaska. No Zelenskyy was invited. We want to see what happens, says Donald Trump. Not a lot. VJ Day was celebrated, and the King addressed the nation. I made a point of not watching that, mainly because it was on when I was at work and I couldn't do. Massive flash floods in Pakistan, and former Labour councillor found not guilty after addressing a rally saying that anti-migrant protesters are disgusting Nazi fascists and we need to cut all their throats. The jury took half an hour. Now that's justice, isn't it? So we've got a former Labour councillor who did the thing when he was talking about slashing the throats of, quote, disgusting Nazi fascists at a rally, getting no prison, and a woman who tweeted something that only about a handful of people saw and then deleted the tweet, got 31 months in prison, ironically released today. It's just absolutely ridiculous. This government, they shouldn't be here. I now call them the brain cell, this government. I've written it in the paper a couple of times now. The brain cell, sorry, I mean the cabinet. Because I'm thinking of being generous there, saying they've got a brain cell between them. And that is just kind of proves it even more. I know the justice system isn't necessarily run by the government, but let's be honest, it is. Saturday the 16th, no deal from Alaska meeting, though Trump now wants a full peace agreement, not a ceasefire. Can't even get a ceasefire, you're going to get a peace agreement. Sadly, hundreds are dead in the Pakistan flash floods with many, many more missing. Sunday the 17th, Zelenskyy meets with EU leaders, including Keir Starmer. I mean, things are not bad enough. Then you meet Keir Starmer. I mean, they're all going to go to Washington on a jolly. Better not be on one plane. No, it better have be on one plane, but just don't tell Vlad which plane they're on, because it might accidentally explode. And Terence Stamp, the actor, has died, aged 87, had a massive career from being the young, handsome chap in something or other. And I vaguely remember him being in a movie where he had a yellow eye. I don't know what it was. It was a kids' movie or a comedy movie or something, but he had a smiley face eye. I think that was Terence Stamp. He was in quite a lot of TV stuff as well, and people remember him from being in Superman or Superman 2, which I don't, because I don't really watch movies. Monday, the 18th of August, Zelenskyy and the Euro leaders meet Trump at the White House. Trump says the US will offer security to Ukraine, but not feet on ground. So it could be aeroplanes flying over the territory, etc. But only when peace is declared. Zelenskyy wears a suit because he got ripped apart earlier on this year when he turned up in his usual fatigues, which is just basically a very smart sweatshirt with the little emblem on the chest. So I never saw what the problem with that was. That's what he wears. He's at war. What do you expect? Anyway, he wore a suit. To be fair, it was more like a workman's boiler suit, but it was still a suit. Got commented on by the reporter who would accuse him of not respecting the White House. And Zelenskyy immediately pointed out that the reporter was wearing exactly the same suit as he was last time he was there. And Zelenskyy at least bothered to get changed, which I thought was quite good under the circumstances. Hamas seem to have agreed to a new deal, including the release of all hostages, but only if Israel agrees to other things as well. So, yeah, basically there's no peace. Oh, the aeroplane, yeah, we're paying for it, we're indeed. Drought affecting crops in the whole of the UK. It's also apparently affecting trees. Now, I noticed this on my last Wigan walks, which I did on Sunday, which I've not put up yet because there was a technical issue. So I've not put it up yet, but I did notice a lot of autumnal colours, a lot of leaves going yellow and orange, and apparently it's because the trees are in crisis because they're not getting enough water, so they're shedding the leaves because the leaves basically let water escape, so they're trying to conserve the water they've got, apparently. See, I mean, it's just no end of knowledge here. Oh my god, sorry. Just no knowledge here, is there? Anyway, never mind. Tuesday the 19th. Epping Council win High Court case to remove asylum seekers from the Epping Forest Hotel. The reason given by the High Court was public safety issues from protests, some of which were violent. Now, surely the problem should be the migrants' public safety for people who live in the area from the migrants, not the public safety from people protesting. One has allegedly been accused of a heinous crime. We don't know who these people are. The problem we've got is, because now all the councils are following suit, we kick them all out of these hotels, and I've written about this in the paper a couple of days ago, which is going in next week's paper because it's bank holiday. So I've already done it. I've written about it, and I said, if these people are being kicked out of these hotels, where are they going to go? Well, they're going to go in HMOs, house of multiple occupancies. They're going to go in rented accommodation, or on the streets. Either way, they're going to be spread out even more around the country, rather than being in a unit. Now, a hotel is not ideal. They shouldn't even be here, let's be honest. They should be immediately sent back, but that's not the problem. Someone's also criticised me for having a go at these migrants while standing for the people of Palestine, although not Hamas. I'm like, it's completely different things. I don't care about people's religion. I care about humanity. So if it's Muslims who are being attacked and killed by Israelis in Gaza and now the West Bank, it's not the religious for me. It's the humanity. It's the innocent women, children, and men, and who are getting killed They're not all innocent, the men, I know that, and Hamas do need to be wiped out, but yet you have to defend humanity. And the same way here, doesn't matter what religion these people are coming over on the boats, until we know who they are and they are safe to be allowed out in public, when we've got them in the hotels, they should not be allowed to leave the hotel grounds. If they leave the hotel grounds, they are immediately deported. They basically broke a law. But no, we're just letting them wander willy-nilly everywhere. There's a lot of allegations of various crimes and things. There's a lot of actual proven cases of the crimes from these people. And now we're going to dissipate them into the wider community. So how the hell is that going to work? Because I don't understand how that is going to be better than having them in an area where we can actually control them and we can see them coming and going, rather than having them in houses and HMOs. Yeah. Anyway, what do I know? I'm only a shopkeeper. Trump, the day before, so that was on Monday, was overheard saying Putin is looking to end the war. On Tuesday, the day after, he's not sure at all. He thinks Putin might want to keep the war going. Who's pulling the strings here? It's definitely not Trump. Israel say all hostages, dead or alive, must come back immediately. August the 2025, and it's the 20th of August. That's the 20th, so 20th of August 2025. More councils look into the closing of migrant hotels. Inflation rate is up to 3.8%. Reasonings given out by various different people on different channels on social media. Wage increases. You've got to put the prices up in order to get to be able to pay people's wages. If the money in the till isn't going up, you're not getting more customers because people haven't got as much money, so they can't go to the shops as much. Which is why I've got so many shops going bust. National insurance contributions going up. Business rates being doubled because they've got rid of the business rate relief from COVID. So basically everyone's business rates, including mine, have doubled. So yeah, things are going to have to go up. CEX have got an interesting way of doing it. They're my main competition. I run a second-hand shop in Wigan. CEX are my main competition, and if you take a DVD into CEX and they sell it for £2 or less, they will give you 1 pence cash. Now, even if I sell a DVD at 25p, you get 10p off me for that. If it's a DVD that they sell at £2, I give you 50p for it and sell it at 95p. I get through about 1,500 to 2,500 DVDs a month. They fly out. But now, rather than putting the prices up, although some have gone up, they now give you 1p for DVDs they sell for £3. So that's how they're making the money. It's a bit like a money grab. Without putting the prices up, they're just giving less, which I think is quite clever if you think about it. With me, you get £1 for that DVD, and I sell it for £2. So there you go. It's weird, but what can you do? But there's no guarantee. Of more customers. That's what I said. So you're not getting more customers. You've still got to pay all these extra bills. So what are you going to do? You have to put your prices up if you're like a bakery or something like that, because energy costs have gone up as well. Meanwhile, back to Gaza. The IDF approves a plan to capture Gaza City and calls up tens of thousands of reservists. So a lot of fighting age Jewish men in Israel are going to be called up to go and invade again Gaza and basically push everyone out of Gaza City and land grab it, which is what I've been saying since about 2 weeks after the war started. If you don't believe me, just go back for all these and listen again or watch again, and you'll see I've been saying this from day 10, day 14, whatever you want to call it. It's just a land grab. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The festival that was attacked horrifically and shouldn't have happened was moved nearer the border, and it was also kept on for an extra day, which is basically rubbing the nose into other people, the neighbours, and the neighbours reacted, which gives the Israelis an excuse to do what they're currently doing, although they've gone far and above and what they needed to do, which is get rid of Hamas, and they are war criminals, basically. End of story. Thursday the 21st of August 2025, That's today. UK's third largest steel company collapses into government control. Israeli ambassador is summoned to the Foreign Office in the UK over plans to build illegal settlements in the West Bank. Land grab, again, that's all Israelis are interested in. It's just getting more land for them. They don't care about anyone else, and it's horrific. And London Tube staff are set to go on strike from the 5th of September for 7 days. Venezuela has the highest inflation in the world at 400%. Thank you, Stato. They're always suggesting digital national identity cards, which means basically if they get hacked, all your data, everything will be in someone else's hands, and whatever they can want to do with it, they can do with it. Yeah, as long as if you don't agree with anything I've said, don't worry. We're not here to judge people. We're here to look at what is going on in the world, to give my opinion on it, and then you, if you wish, can give your opinion on it, and we can either agree or disagree. If you agree, then just either do the heart thing, whatever the hell that is, or give us a like or whatever, or even comment saying, "Yep, you're right on that," or "Actually, I don't agree with that. I think asylum seekers are safe to be left in the public domain, and I think we should have more brought people over." If that's your opinion, you're entitled to have it. At the end of the day, it's a debate. I've had people disagree with me before, which is good. I don't have a problem with that at all. It is about voicing opinions. We're still allowed. We still have free speech. We're still allowed to talk about things, despite what Keir Starmer says. I mean, Keir Starmer's nonsense. It's just gaining ground. He seems more interested in solving wars in other countries than what he is in sorting out what's going on in our country. Hell, no asylum seekers need to be sent back. No asylum seekers need to be sent back. Oh, okay. I didn't see that one coming. I know what you meant, sorry. I'm just being cheeky. You know I'm a cheeky sod, you know. My humour is very sarcastic and very dry as well. Most people get it eventually, but you want to get it straight away. It takes a little while to get through. Anyway, one of the main problems that we've got with the destabilisation of a lot of countries was the war criminals from the West, which was Tony Blair and George W. Bush when they did their illegal invasion and attack on Iraq, Iran and all them kind of things, to look for the weapons of mass destruction, which there weren't any. Who knew? And that was caused by the destruction of the Twin Towers, the World Trade Center in America on 9/11. Now, a lot of people have questioned why the towers fell down. Conspiracy theorists say there was controlled demolition of it and all that nonsense that they say. The fact of the matter is, it wasn't built to take aeroplanes in the side of it, particularly big aeroplanes. The Empire State Building in the 1940s, might be during World War II, was struck by an aeroplane, a bomber-sized aeroplane, but because of the structure of the building, although people were killed, the building didn't fall to the ground because it's all done with girders. It's all like the steel framework and all that kind of thing. Now, when they built the Twin Towers, it was the 1970s, and they wanted this ultra-modern building with that they could do loads of different things with. So they didn't want all these girders and all these pillars everywhere that you get in like shopping centres and things like that. They wanted it to be open plan. Open plan was the big thing. So they built it in a way where everything that involved getting from one floor to the other was in the middle of the buildings. There were two. So you had the lift shafts and you had the stairwells and everything in the middle. So if you think of an apple, where the core is, that is where all the stuff was to go up and down, which was fine. It was, but that meant that the rest of the building, from the column where the lifts and stairs were, you could literally see out all the windows from all sides, because that's what they wanted when it all planned. Now, obviously, they build false walls and they'd make offices and things like that, but the whole point was it was meant to be this amazingly modern building. So the aeroplane hits, and obviously some of the aeroplane is going to get into that central core because they're going in very fast and they are very big planes, which means all the lifts will be inactive, the stairs will be full of fire and smoke. But the main problem is the strength of the building is in the core. It's in that bit because, and I'm leading up to this, that is what the that's what the Trade Center looked like when it was being built, and you can clearly see that there's nothing on the outside of it. It's just the core in the middle with the lifts and everything, and there's nothing where the aeroplanes went in. So if you were above them and that's on fire, that bit, you ain't going to get out of there. And the reason why the building collapsed, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not an engineer, but the reason why the building collapsed is because the concrete would have exploded due to the heat. The metal inside the concrete, again, this is air fuel that's on fire, would have absolutely melted and brought the structure of it, which means it would give way. And as soon as that gives away, there's nothing to hold the building up. And then literally it's a pack of cards and just comes down like that. So, yeah, there you go. What do you think of that? We had ID cards during World War II and post-war till 1951, till a friend of Churchill said he would not carry one and it caused such a bust-up that he abandoned the need for them. I don't think we need ID cards. We've managed for centuries without them. Will the general public get a general election as votes for Starmer is almost at 1 million? No, I wrote about that this week in the paper and got slagged off for it. Yay, by the lefties. No, that's not how democracy works. You don't like the results. Well, tough. That's what we've got. I can't say my opinion of the Twin Towers horrors. I value your channel. That's fair enough. This was more the physics of it rather than anything else. That's why they collapsed, because of the central core got damaged, and that was the thing holding the rest up. But anyway, most countries have a form of national ID cards, whether card, digital or paper. Now, card I'm less bothered about. It's the digital one. It's just, I won't even give my details if I have a store card. I just make up details and they don't check it. So, I'm a neater as far as Tesco's concerned. So if they get hacked, when they get hacked, it doesn't really matter. Outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma, outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the 50s, a cement truck tipped over. It was too heavy to move, so it's since been made to look like a crashed NASA capsule. Easy for me to say. And it does. It's basically a 1950s cement truck, spinny thing with the cement in it, that tipped over on this road. They couldn't pick it up, they got rid of the truck, but they couldn't move that because it was solid concrete, so they just painted it as if it looked like something that had landed from space. Cat's mugshot goes viral after being arrested for biting police officers in Bangkok. I mean, you look at that cat, it looks Bangkokian, doesn't it? When Numtang, a stray cat, bit police officers during a rescue in Bangkok, her serious mugshot quickly went viral, turning her into the internet's newest unlikely hero. The incident not only showed the cat's spirited personality, but highlighted the compassionate approach of Officer Prana Prusiki, who humorously documented the events. There's even a picture of the cat in a cell. There's no deal until there's a deal. I will call up NATO in a little while, and of course I'll call up President Zelenskyy and tell them about today's meeting. It's ultimately up to them. So yeah, basically nothing happens because Donald Trump, who said he could fix it in a day, even when meeting both of them, Still hasn't fixed it. Well done. If you're having a bad day, just remember, Vienna Airport has a desk for those who arrive in Austria instead of Australia. Aviation fuel can burn up to 4,050 Fahrenheit. No wonder the Twin Towers buckled under the heat. Just plain common sense, it couldn't stand those temperatures. Yeah, it wasn't designed for those temperatures, that's the thing. Putin, because he doesn't want a deal. He wants statues after he's died all over Russia about this great man who made Russia great again. You know, got the USSR all back together again. That's what he wants. Yeah, he doesn't want peace. I hope when I've inevitably choked to death on gummy bears, people just say I was killed by bears and leave it at that. Yep, brilliant, love it. The CEO of Ryanair Airlines has his own taxi cab company with just one cab so he can legally use the bus lanes and avoid traffic jams. Oh, when you got so much money. Genius. This is showing interesting, true, to be fair, information. So basically, when people flee a country where they're in fear of their lives, etc., they can stop in a safe country and claim asylum, as long as they're genuine, which is fair. So there's a map here of Europe with the word safe many times over in Portugal, in Spain, multiple times in France, Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, Finland, Norway, Poland, Italy, Greece, all the countries, all safe. And then Britain just says benefits. I wonder why they're coming here. I wonder what it is. I wonder what it is that's making us come here, making them come here. Remember, even what's he called? Macron. Even he said to Starmer, you've got to make Britain less, not like, what was it? Basically what it meant was less appealing. So basically treat asylum seekers, you know, like asylum seekers, not like heroes coming into the country. I mean, don't get me wrong, Germany, Russia and all the other countries have got the problems with asylum seekers as well. Of course they're not. So this all stems from, you know, Bush and Blair. You could read it all the way back to that. This is cool. If you are too drunk or violent in Japan, police will wrap you up like a burrito and carry you away. I mean, yeah, if you're really drunk though, you'd probably end up wetting your burrito, wouldn't you? That guy doesn't look too drunk. I think he's just there being given, you know, being shown or letting the press see what the Japanese do. It's better than being tasered, isn't it? Do you remember when TV adverts were cool? Yeah. I mean, they're all crap now, aren't they? Especially watch GB News. Man, God, the adverts on there are terrible. And there's two guys come up there, one who holds his hands like that. They're saying how, you know, they make the adverts. I'd be keep quiet about that. Just take the money and run. I wouldn't advertise my site. Oh, God, no. Anyway, when adverts were good, and this is a good point, when Cadbury's stopped mentioning the chocolates, we had the two kids with their eyebrows, and of course the famous gorilla playing the drums, which was, yeah, cool, very cool back in the day. This is from Salford Archives. It was Church Street in Eccles, and it's a Martin O'Neill photo outside the Spastic Society, which was a charity shop, which was called the Spastic Society. That seemed okay in the 70s. It was renamed Scope, which does seem less offensive. Japan has the toughest gun laws in the world. UK has the second toughest gun laws in the world. Oh, we like to go back in time. Oh, Angela. Oh. You wait until you see my new Wigan vlogs that are coming soon. Oh my word. Unbelievable. Wigan's lost railway lines. Oh my god. Done some exploring this evening. Oh my god. Yes, it's going to blow your minds. Anyway, Formula 1, only sport I follow. Chrissy Norton may be returning to Formula 1 with Cadillac. Is this all part of the master plan to begin with? Don't know. Colin's got cash for pints, but not to pay his builder. Don't be a Colin. This is Colin. Colin still hasn't paid for the work finished 8 weeks ago. Colin has money for pints, but not to pay his bills. Don't be like Colin. Pay your builder, not just your bar tab. There's a picture of him there. Looks remarkably like the guy off Talk TV, Ash, of Talk TV. We don't have pixelated face though. Starmer hates Brits, and there's a sign here. Starmer hates Brits, but loves rapists, invaders and rent boys. Obviously, allegedly. But that is a lot of Keir nonsense. A 99-year-old man divorces his 96-year-old wife after discovering she cheated on him 60 years ago. After 77 years of marriage, a 99-year-old man in Italy made the heartbreaking choice to divorce his 96-year-old wife after discovering she had an affair more than 60 years ago. The couple had shared a lifetime raising children, building a home, weathering wars, hardship and decades of change, but finding the hidden love letters from the past shattered the trust that had held them together for so long. Friends and family were stunned, as it seemed nothing could break their bond. Yeah, I filmed it. It's going up. It's a picture of it in the Wigan Observer this week, next week, and I have filmed it a couple of times for Wigan Watch, new Wigan Watch next week as well. Canadian B, US B. I'll let you think about that one. You've had long enough. The person who stole my copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word. Think about it again. In 1986, a French woman spent months learning to fly and earned her pilot's license. She then rented a helicopter and boldly rescued her husband straight from the prison rooftops in Paris. Genius. Absolutely genius. I searched a list of 10 puns to find one that made me laugh. No pun intended. No pun intended. Again, genius. Absolutely genius. Now you may remember, a while ago, there was an incident where a certain orange man baby was shot in the ear. And I was like, that doesn't look like a bloodshot ear to me. Very punny. Oh, very good, Stephen. Very good. Well, Donald Trump's ear today. Someone said it took years before I'd sleep on the ear which has pierced cartilage. It took forever to heal. You know that if he'd have been shot, we'd have heard about it every day, every single day since. And you're like, in that ear, just looks like an old man's ear. And then there's another picture that I've seen that basically says, I thought I'd saved it actually. Did I save it? No, I didn't. That's slightly annoying. But there's a picture of it up close when it happened, and the entire lobe of the ear. So we'll do it that way. No, that way. So that part of the ear, all the edge of that was red, all of it, and there was no blood going backwards. Now if he'd have been shot, the blood would have splattered backwards, but if you've got a blood capsule, which I said at the time, and you go like that, you're going to do it all your ear, aren't you? All I'm saying is, I never believed, and I said, again, you can go back, and I said at the time, he wasn't shot. It's all to make him look like a hero. Talking of heroes, we need a hero. We're looking out for a hero coming from Ibiza. Yeah! Here he is. He's got his own brand of crisps. Ibiza and onion. Yeah, I think the name of the brand says it all. My husband said, why does the FBI never look for the shooter? Because he killed him. He was killed. He was shot. His body was on the roof. He was dead. Gone. Now, I'm not saying that the other guy who did die didn't die. I'm not saying that. There was an innocent member of the people around there who was shot and killed. Yeah, they killed him straight away. Poof, gone, dead. The British government consistently warns its own citizens not to travel to Somalia due to safety reasons. In fact, Sky at the moment, Sky News, seem to be doing some big thing on Somalia at the moment. Yet the government actively allows thousands of men from Somalia to enter Britain illegally without any background or identity checks. Is this a real guy, the Ibiza boss? Yes, he's a real guy. I mean, I'm not saying he's a good guy, but he's a real guy. There's a lovely picture of him. They made a Lego one out of him. Various other bits and pieces as well. Wigan used to have a railway connection to Chorley until Dr. Beeching, the Beeching Cuts, decided to exit in the 60s. Dr. Beeching was also chairman of ICI. I did not know that. I did not know he was a chairman of ICI. Okay, what's going on there then? Oh, hang on. Thank you. So that was his ear when he got shot, allegedly. And then we've also got there we go. So that's what they did. Damaged tissue removed, they cut it and then spun his ear around and then stuck it all together again. So he is a hero. I do apologise. I can't believe it. I can't believe I thought that Donald Trump was fake. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Mind you, Vin Diesel brought out a computer game many years ago. And it was called Wheelman. And I used to joke. I always thought Vin Diesel was made up. It turns out he's a wheelman. During the Apollo 13 mission, Jack Swigert realised he'd forgotten to file his tax return. NASA contacted the IRS, Inland Revenue Service, which agreed that he was considered out of the country and therefore entitled to a deadline extension. I suppose if you're going to fly, I mean, Apollo 13, to be fair, wasn't the best mission to go on, but yeah, you've got more important things to worry about than a tax return if you're going into space. Meanwhile, Ghost Town shopping centre deserted with dirty windows and fight outside Asda. Ye Saint Wes? What? What's the t-shirt says she's wearing? That's a knockoff one, isn't it? That's good. Despite promises from Manchester City Council to turn Wythenshawe into a cultural hub, to bring visitors, locals say the area is far from that, with deserted shops and fighting outside Asda. Sounds like every town in Britain, to be fair. What are you looking at? Astronomers say new interstellar object could be aliens testing our intelligence. Well, they're going to be disappointed, aren't they? Boffins discover interstellar tunnel connecting solar system to distant stars. They believe it could be part of a network of tunnels running between different star-forming regions, like enormous tube train system. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Because the tube trains are going on strike. 2 of Jesus Christ's miracles in the Bible were real, according to scientists. Researchers in Israel reckon they have scientific evidence that the Messiah could really perform a couple of the most famous stories told in the Bible's New Testament. I'm not saying anything. Made up story. Moving on. The Bible. A human bollard who refused to speak, jailed for constantly standing in the road. David Hampson has been convicted of obstructing the highway in Swansea in Wales. He's been compared to the chief from the film One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, as he can talk but refuses to do so, and he just stands in the middle of the road and has to be arrested and moved on. People say the 150-yard shot is easy and anyone can make it. As a hunter, I disagree. I want to get to 120 to 100 yards before I shoot to make sure I make it. I hunt for food, FYI. Yeah, but you've got to remember, your food's moving. When you're on stage, you're not really moving. And you've got a big head. It's got a big head. It's got massive hands. You can shoot his hands. They're huge. They're like the ones that, what's he called, had? Or has he got tiny hands? Has he got tiny hands? A big hand? Oh, I don't care. Who cares anymore? I'm past caring. Hi, by the way, Craig. The Ibiza, yeah, he's going to be Prime Minister of Ibiza, by the way. Now, this is disgusting. This is just weird. This is... If you played a game, again, it's all the people who play games, called Death Stranding. I think the sequel's either out or coming out soon, but the first one featured a baby. The main character is carrying a baby, but the baby's in some kind of liquid tube, like a large thermos flask or something similar. And you're like, that's disgusting. Well, no, it gets worse, because that is... plastic surgery was first found in World War One, and replacing an ear like you showed was the first done after the Somme, when soldiers had severe facial disfigurements. Yeah, they were horrendous, the injuries those guys got. Yeah, absolutely horrible. But anyway, let's go back to this, because this creeped me out when I saw this. So if you're of a nervous disposition, look away now, because robot mums could be robot mums could rival real women as China builds robots that can give birth. The development of the world's first artificial surrogate pregnancy robot is underway and expected to hit the markets next year as the Chinese company Kawa Technology develops this dystopian robot. Now, I'm pretty sure it's not going to look like that, but there's a picture there of a typical white skinned android, you know, with all the rivets and everything, but it's got the boobies because it's a lady one, and where the stomach is protruding, and it's a clear dome, and inside that is a baby. I mean, it's just horrendously horrible. I mean, you know, can you imagine if you were born like that and then you have to go to your mum's decommissioning, you know, in years' time with all your brothers and sisters that she's had. One of my points of disagreement with you, Elder, is that I am a Christian. I don't have a problem with that. But trying to explain God or Jesus with science is the same as me trying to convince you with, well, the Bible says. Yeah, it's like I said before, if people believe in whatever God they want to believe in, that's fine. Just don't try and make me believe in anything. I'm a devout atheist, and that's my choice. And your choice is to be a Christian. So yeah, absolutely no problem whatsoever. When you get an opportunity, ban it. I'm joking. I'm joking. Or am I? No, I am. But no, that's just horrendous, isn't it? I mean, that is just absolutely awful. It's kind of taken the test tube baby to a whole new level of horrendousness. History could be rewritten as ancient DNA shows routes humans took to the Americas. A new DNA marker could rewrite our current understanding of how humans first reached America, as haplogroup X complicates our understanding of human history and migration. So there you go. Doesn't explain what. Meanwhile, back to our 100 days before we all get blown up by this alien thing coming to get us. The alien ship heading towards Earth glows like a car turning on its headlights. Harvard professor A.V. Leop, the bloke who thinks mysterious object hurtling towards Earth is an alien spaceship coming to probe us, has revealed another theory about 31/Atlas. This might not be an alien ship after all. Who knew? It might be a ray of lights that we sent off 50,000 million years ago. It might be the Egyptians coming back. They might have took off in the space rocket and then they've flown around for a bit and now they're coming back again. I don't want to listen to these experts. They talk absolute rubbish or nonsense. Woman with the world's biggest lips uses lipstick and the results are astonishing. A woman spent £20,000 to look like a fucking fish. The Bulgarian assistant nurse recently decided to highlight her pout even more, this time with red lippy. I'm sorry, but I often think that people who go to these extreme measures, there needs to be someone who just goes over and has a quiet word with them and says, look, you need to go and see someone about this. It's just quote, I know Russia hijacked MH370 and planted evidence. I have evidence to prove it. American journalist Jeff Wise said Vladvad. What? What's wrong with my mouth today? American journalist Jeff Wise says Mad Vlad Putin authorised the hijacking of missing Malaysian airliners flight MH370 to wipe Russians' annexation of Crimea off the news cycle. But yeah, those lips are so wrong. It's just horrendous. Mind you, I was thinking of having a part of my body enlarged in a similar way. I'm not going to say what part of the body it would be, but it definitely needs work. It's not my nose. God. UK streets local fume as thieves keep nicking rude sign erected on their road. See what they did there? Hardened. See what they did there again? Criminals have again made off with a rude road sign erected at the end of Knob Lane in Derbyshire. Leaving locals fed up at rising costs of replacing the stolen nameplates. Well, you just carve it into a huge rock, put the rock there, and that'd be fine, won't it? Yeah, it's a lot smaller, that plane. That'll be in the breaking news. It's a smaller plane with only a couple of people on it. But yeah, that's gone missing as well. Mind you, remember the Bermuda Triangle? 70s and 80s, things were always going missing in there then. Sorry. I've just dropped this on you. I should have made this the main news of the week. Right, if you're I didn't even give you a trigger warning or anything. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Tesco meal deal price rise dubbed national outrage by MP as people lose their minds. People are outraged at Tesco after the superstore giant decided to raise the price of its beloved meal deal to a staggering £4.25. An MP chimed in, calling the move a national outrage. If it's a Labour MP, it says in fault, because those sandwiches don't make themselves. There are people on minimum wage making them sandwiches. There's people on minimum wage making all the snicky snacks and all the salads. There's people on minimum wage driving them to the supermarkets. There's people on minimum wage working in the supermarkets. meal deals they lose money on. They can't lose money on them too much, so therefore they're going to have to put the price up. It's the government's fault. Meanwhile, at the other end of the spectrum, the future of £850 Poundland stores unclear as the bosses head to the High Court to save it. A High Court battle is set to take place next week as the future of Poundland is up in the air despite new owners giving more than £80 million to keep the business running. I genuinely thought they were not out of the woods, but certainly out of imminent danger. Turns out they're not. So that's not good. We've also got Claire's, who are literally about to implode, possibly any day now. River Island on the edge, New Look on the edge. Yeah, it's just horrendous on the high street. And it's all, again, you can trace it all back, a lot of it anyway, to business rates, national insurance contribution, wages going up, footfall going down. I mean, Poundland, you know, people don't buy stuff online from Poundland, yet they're still struggling. People, well, just people going to, yeah, Claire's has been rammed actually since it went bust, nearly. I boycott Tesco's because the way they changed their cafe to machine orders only. We'll get this out of the way and then we'll discuss self-checkouts. The Maasai tribe in Africa donated 14 cows to the United States after 9/11. You might think, what? 14 cows? What's the fucking point of that? Well, it's a bit like the Bible. Whoa, Craig. Whoa, I'm going to quote the Bible. There's the, I can't remember if it was a beggar or someone. Anyway, it was after money. And the rich man give this person considerable amount of money. And the pauper went past and give this person a very small amount of money. And Jesus said to his disciples that the richest gift was from the poor person, because to him or them that was more of a donation than from a rich man or something like that. Right. Self-service tills. I would never ever go to a fast food restaurant, and use the touch screens. So McDonald's, Subway now apparently have got them or getting them. Various other places. Our Burger King is having a refit in the minute, so I'm assuming they're going to get them. KFC's already got one. I only go through the drive-through. Reason why? You go there and you order your food. You pay for it, you get your little ticket, or you get your order number or whatever. And then you queue up. You get your food, you sit down, you open it up, you eat it with those hands that you've just touched that screen with, that some snotty-nosed kid or some person who's got some horrible skin disease or whatever to touch first. You've not washed your hands, and you're now eating the food with those hands that have touched them screens that God knows how many people have touched. So I would never ever use in a restaurant, well, a fast food restaurant, anything like that at all. No, never, no. However, you're going to hate me for this. I prefer self-service checkouts. It's twice we've fallen out today, Angela. Hi, DT. I'm just waiting for the flack. I'm scared. Anyway, yeah, I much prefer. I will go out of my way to use a self-checkout in a supermarket. Reasons. I'll start with COVID, I'll be honest with you. Prior to that, yeah. When COVID was on, I realised that when we're using the self-checkout, no one's touching my food other than me. And I always, when I'm getting food, particularly for my mum, because it has to last her a week, if you've got a shelf of gluten-free bread, and that's the front of it, and this is the back of it, I always go to the back and get that, because it's usually got a couple of days extra freshness on it for her. But it's also been touched by less people. And this all stems from COVID, because they kept saying, and there must be some element of truth in it, that, you know, you can pass COVID on using your hands. And people are rubbing their nose, and they're rubbing their eyes, and then they're picking up stuff. They don't want it, they put it back down again. Or they're just picking stuff up and putting it in the trolley, and then they're going to the checkout, they're putting the stuff on the conveyor belt, the conveyor belt goes along, the cashier picks it up, and then they beep it, and it goes down this little slidey thing. You put it in the bag, off you go. Cashier then touches the next lot of stuff that's coming down, not washed their hands or anything, so any bacteria or any virus that's on their hands or their hands is now on the next lot of food. So I hate that. So I don't like people touching, well, to be fair, I don't like people touching me. So I definitely don't like people touching my food either. So I prefer self-checkouts. I don't care about the jobs, I care about my safety. We're all going to be replaced by robots anyway, come on. So yeah, I literally don't do that. And if I pick up I've never been diagnosed with autism, but I'm pretty sure I'm autistic. I'm quite high up on the spectrum. I must be. I mean, God, have you seen my life? I don't think I've got ADHD either, but if ever I'm carrying a shopping basket round, I always hold it with a carrier bag where the handle is. I never hold the handle directly. And I put the handle up by touching the sides of it, and then grab it with a carrier bag. If I'm using a trolley when I'm going to my mum's, I don't hold the middle bit. I use the palm of my hands and use the lumpy bits at the end and control it with that when I'm driving around. Again, cross contamination, etc., etc., etc. You don't know what scumbags have had it before you. But yeah, the cafe, Tesco's, and things like that. I'm OCD. No, don't tell me that. But no, it's just common sense, isn't it? You want fewer people to touch your stuff as possible. Stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, whenever I'm cooking, I'm always washing my hands. And every relationship I've ever had, not many, but you know, I've never let anyone cook for me. I've done all the cooking because I don't trust other people cooking. Whereas if you go to McDonald's or KFC, whatever, you can sue them if they poison you. So yeah, thinking of everything, me. Anyway, we went off on a tangent then. We do like a tangent. I do like a good tangent that we went off on, because tangents are good. But it's time for breaking news. The news that is breaking here on News at 10. Past 10. What has been going on whilst I've been going on? Police investigate St George's flag painting on roundabouts. Oh, for God's sake, haven't they got better things to do than look at people painting red crosses on bloody roundabouts? In Birmingham, there was a video of the people, council workers, cutting down flags that have been put up on lampposts because they're a hazard, but only the Union flags and the Union Jack flags. There's no videos of them cutting down the Palestinian flags or any other flags for that matter that put on lampposts. And also a complete full street cleaner machine scrubbing a roundabout that had the red cross put on it. I mean, surely to God, there's more important things to worry about than people painting red crosses on things. It's just, oh, shut up. Top GCSE grades rise, but key pass rate fails. My former work experience lad, who helps us out on a Saturday at the shop, did very, very well on his exams. So congratulations to him. And it will hold him steady for the rest of his life. Doesn't really make any difference, does it, let's be honest. Government takes control of UK's third largest steelworks. WH Smith shares plunge 42% after retailers' £30 million accounting error. Oh dear. Someone bought a used electric vehicle thinking I'd save money. Repairs are killing me, what do I do? Never buy second-hand anything with rechargeable batteries in it. Doesn't matter what it is. It's never going to be good. Why people got rid of it? And that's why. Celebrity Traitors is coming back. Yay! I do love Traitors. It's one of my favourite programmes. Tax rises are inevitable, apparently. Rachel Reeves slammed for maxing out Britain's credit card. So yeah, we can't borrow. Borrowing's gone down this month to 1.1 billion. But the reason for that is we can't borrow anymore. A pair arrested after well-known ice cream seller stabbed to death in Wembley, London. Angry Tesco customers boycott supermarket over major meal deal price change. So we've got Angela boycotting them because of the cafe system changing. And now we've got them because of the meal deal going up. Dear oh dear. Action to tackle number of asylum seekers coming to UK is important step to restoring order, says Yvette Cooper. Third largest steelwork collapses, putting 1,450 jobs at risk. The government GCSE English and Maths resits policy not fit for purpose. It's been going on for a while. I know a lot of kids and whatnot who've gone to college and have to sit their GCSE Maths and English again because they failed it first time. It just doesn't seem to be working. Asylum applications hit new record high while backlog drops, figures show. Why did Lucy Connolly receive a 31-month sentence for Southport tweet? Very good question. We've already talked about that one. Britain facing autumn of discontent. Okay. New Look announces new store closures in September. There's a full list. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Sony raises the price of the PlayStation 5 in America. Labour loses 200,000 members under Keir Starmer, with 1 in 10 quitting the party last year alone. Electric cars plummet in price twice as fast as hybrids. New Beatles anthology projects will be released this fall, this autumn, including unreleased tracks apparently. Tesco and Sainsbury's rally against Rachel Reeves' £7 billion tax bill as prices will rise. Well, obviously, like I said before. The world's tallest Cineworld in Glasgow is set to close. That's because the company's gone bankrupt. The state of British public finances means writing against the wall for tax rises. Strictly Come Dancing. No one cares. No one cares about Strictly Come Dancing. I don't care. Right, where have we got? Fashion store New Look will permanently shutting down one of its popular shops with no plans to relocate. A number of branches closing this. So Scarborough is closing. So the full list. Well, these are all ones that have already closed. That's a bit pointless then, isn't it? So yeah, it's just ones that are already closed. So that's non-news news. That's clickbait, and I clicked it. God, I hate myself. Mechanic warns drivers to not to refuel at Asda, Morrison's, Tesco or Sainsbury's. That's because he's just bought shares in Esso. I think that is it. I can't say anything else that's really relevant. It's a slow news day by the looks of things. So that was the breaking news. There are people getting pipped for tennis elbow. I've got a sore elbow. Oh, sore elbow. It's because I keep leaning on the counter now because I've got a t-shirt on and it's wood. It's giving me a little, not a bruise, but a mark on my elbow. So I might be able to claim pip now. There you go. So John Higginbotham's popped in as well. If Silence doesn't eat the jelly, then the cat food isn't good for the cat. I'll need to find the link for you. She only eats the jelly. I've took her off that now. She now eats the gourmet gravy one. She loves that. I give her 2 of them because they're not very big, so I give her 2 of them, and she loves it. My nephew's got his. I don't know what the numbers mean. What's wrong with A, B, and C? Craig, the numbers, weirdly, 9 is the highest and 1 is the lowest now, because that's logical to some wits in Whitehall. So yeah, you're aiming for a 9. Yeah, means no sense. Absolutely no sense whatsoever. But there you go. What can you do? Right then. So it's coming up to 11:30. So we're going to leave it there. We've got 64 people watching, average of 6 minutes and 36 seconds. Highest amount we had was 11 people watching. Can I click on that and see what time? No, I can't. Okay. Got 7 at the minute and 8 likes. Big shout out to Angela O'Kane, Stephen LFC, Craig Meadow, Calderdale, Top Cat. Of course, Kelly and Rollo, Dream Frequency. Stephen O'Neill, Stato. Comes out with all the stats, which is great. Lots of chats today. DT, who popped in very briefly. And that is it. So, top fans. Scottish Girl, 150 XP. Craig, 150 XP in second place. Third place, Stato, 75. No. Stephen LFC is third place with 75. Stato is fourth with 75. John Higginbotham, who's just popped in, is fifth already with 5. With 50. In fifth with 50. Top Cats, 25 XP. Danger Mouse, 25 XP. And Daniel T123, 25 XP as well. So a huge thank you to you for watching, even if you still are. I don't even notice I've turned the adverts off. Does that make it better for everyone? Hopefully it does. So thank you very much for watching, as is usual. I will be seeing you. Until next time. Bye! See?